But I do want to mention one
Go ahead.
thing about the brawl is overshadowing, I think, what should have been the biggest story of the game, and that was the Cade masterclass that he put on in that game.
Yeah. Well, before that, Duran was putting on the master class. That was the problem. That's why Diabate was getting all in his feelings.
Specifically in that third quarter.
Yes,
because he was
starting to work out. Yeah,
he was asleep.
He was sleeping the first half.
They started chirping, and he was like, hey, give me the ball.
Working
dog.
out, yeah. And that's why Diabate started getting in his feelings.
And it was the whole bag.
Yeah, he was giving it to him. Yeah, he had to fall away from the mid post. Man, he was working him out. And that's why Diabate started getting all in his field. Yeah, no, we were starting to pull away. And I think that, they thought that we was going to be their 10th in a row. And once it became clear, like, no, bro, daddy's home.
Hey,
we bought the men's big and tall braided dress belt, and we taking it across that ass.
I got a quick question for both of y'all. Is Cade Cunningham the best point guard in basketball?
Right now. Without a doubt. Who else would it be? I mean,
I'm not ready to take him over Shea yet, but it's close.
I mean, yeah, like right today.
Now, see, okay, so we are considering Shea the point, even though really like J-Dub, he does a lot of their set calling.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I consider it Shea, but I'm telling you right right here, right now. I'm taking Cade, but it's a fluid situation. To Nephew's point,
I'm not saying I wouldn't take Cade, but as far as saying who's the best,
SGA is the MVP.
Who's the best point guard in the league? I can't take out.
I think it's Cade right at this second. If
okay,
I had an MVP vote,
I have another.
That's why I said if it's a fluid situation.
Okay, now I have another follow for that. So yeah, my answer to you, I think he is the best point guard in basketball.
That's what. Yeah, right this moment. Yeah.
I think he's a top 3 player in the NBA right now.
I agree. I'm listening.
And I was talking about this with the homie Al Mace the other day. Shout out Al. Why are we hearing more discussions about like Cade Cunningham for like MVP? Not MVP candidate.
Yeah.
MVP of the NBA.
Listen, I don't have a vote. If I did, he'd get it.
Because, I mean, like, the candidate stuff, that was cool in November.
Because I was going into that.
Hey, man, that's why we work.
Yeah, the Pistons are number 1 in the power rankings, according to NBA.com. This is now the second straight week. We 1 game behind OKC for the best record in basketball. We got the number 1. Yeah, I mean, we have the same win percentage as Oklahoma City, 750. Again, I
liken this to the first MVP Steph got in 2015, where like, Harden had like the runaway better numbers.
Yeah.
But they rewarded Steph for establishing what we would know to be as the Warriors dynasty kind of from that point on.
Yeah.
If that same mentality is still,
Hey, how many games has Shea played? Because is he even going to be in the running?
49.
Yeah. So I'm like, is he going to get to 65? Because he's been out for a while. So I'm like, it might be a moot point. Because to me, Cade is the MVP, irrespective of whether or not SGA is playing. But again, it's a fluid situation. So, I mean, SGA may come back and finish real strong. And then, like he may overtake Cade. I think it's Cade by a hair today. But because
for best player or for MVP?
For both. I'm saying that Cade is to me, best point guard.
Okay.
And MVP. I think it's Cade by a hair right now because I like Cade defensively a little bit more than SGA. Offensively, I think SGA by a hair. Defensively, I think it's Cade by a hair, but I think Cade is a little bit better defensively than SGA. Then SGA is better offensively than Cade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just Cade is a little bit better defensively.
I think what rates them to me right now is that in totality, when we're talking offense, you have to take into consideration Shea's just a gifted scorer. Where Cade is, I think, a really gifted playmaker, but the turnovers that come with it sometimes are just too glaring to ignore.
Yes, but I think Cade is just
versus where I don't think with SGA with his scoring, you know, he doesn't have those Allen Iverson scoring nights where it's like 14 for 31.
right.
You
He's efficient. No, he
like
gonna
Cade can
hit
still
30
give you
and 50.
numbers, but in the midst of him giving your numbers, he may keep a team in the game that may not be in the game some nights with the turnover.
But Cade is, I mean, he's a much better playmaker than SGA.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like that's night and day.
But what I'm saying is offensively as a player, I just think Cade does that better than SGA. But I think with SGA, when you take what he does in total as an offensive player, just as a score.
No, I said
his ability just kind of
he a little bit. That's why I said I think he's a little bit better than he a little bit better than Cade on the offense. I think Cade is a little bit better than because Cade is so underrated that I think Cade has the second best field goal percentage against in the NBA.
I mean he's like number 3 behind Wemby.
Yeah, or third. Yeah,
behind Wemby and Chet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's behind Wemby and Chet.
There's a third best.
So he's number 1 amongst guards. No, I think
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he's elite defensively.
I was just going to say, I think Cade is approaching elite status defensively.
Yeah, he's elite defensively. That's why I said I'm like
all defensive team prediction
that's what I said.
I'm like light.
He is elite Yeah, no, you called that too.
It may come to light.
So for comparison's sake, going into tonight, Shai had played 3 more games more than Cade. Shai's averaging 31, 6, and 4, while Cade is averaging 25, 9, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Shai field goal percentage is 55, 39, 89, while Cade's is 45, 32, and 81.
Yeah.
PER, Shai has a 31 PER, Cade has a 21 PER.
Player efficiency rating is nasty.
Win shares, Shai is at 11.4, Cade is at 6. Defensive win share, Shai is at 2.9, Cade is at 2.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I think that still that opponent field goal percentage against being third in the NBA, that's something.
Yeah, well, you're third behind 2 of the tallest, literal
that's what I'm saying. The best rim protectors in basketball. So, I mean.
Cade gets after it. And I think he's just now kind of tapping into what he can be defensive because I think you can kind of see physically he's starting to impose himself on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he'll only get better defensively.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I just was wondering how you guys felt about that particular situation.
I think it's him by a hair right now, and I do think he's the MVP. Pistons are number 1 in the power rankings according to NBA.com. Second week in a row. Notes from NBA.com. Last week's win over Denver and New York. We now 7-1 against the top 6 teams in the league. Important to note, we have not played the Spurs and OKC yet. Both of our wins over the Knicks, who are the second best team in the conference, were by more than 30 points. And in both of the games, we were at a rest disadvantage. We are now 7-0 in such game. I think we 8-0 because I think we were at a rest disadvantage against Charlotte too. We were playing on a back-to-back. The Spurs, Thunder, Knicks, Nuggets round out the top 5. We officially are 1 game behind OKC in the standings. I just brought that up. For the best record in the league with an identical win percentage of 750. So for the People's Champ, man, what does it mean this deep into the season? Real title contenders, or are you still cautiously optimistic?
No, I think at this point I've seen enough. They're for real.
Yep, I agree.
They're for real. Like it was, what are they, 13 losses?
Yep.
39-13. About to go into 40-13 if they hold on, which if they do that, then officially the Phil Jackson, their title contenders.
40-20. Yeah. They're for real. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen enough.
Yeah.
They do what they do best consistently.
Yep.
It is sustainable. And, I mean, it's cliche, but defense is a mentality that you have to buy into. And the entire team have bought in defensively, even old Dunk.
Yeah.
You know, he tries.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's
you
game.
know,
Yeah, he's game. You
it
see
was,
him out
it was
there
one
giving
play.
effort.
I saw him sit down on a chair and made somebody give up a dribble. I couldn't believe it.
Did he wall up?
Listen,
not dunk walling up.
I'm talking about cut off the baseline. He didn't lead him to the help.
Right.
He cut the baseline off.
Walled
like,
up on
you
him.
gonna need an extra dribble move, dog. I'm in the seat.
All right, dunk walling up.
I mean, but that's the fact that he's willing to try. You know, as opposed to fouling is the last option.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a mentality that the team has seemed to adopt, and I'm here for it because you're definitely going to need it in the playoffs. I love the fact that they want the Knicks.
Yep.
That like me. That kind of speaks to me.
Oh, they put the Knicks on notice every time, man. They not play. They got fire in their eyes every time they see the Knicks are going to. If we play the Knicks in the playoffs, the Knicks gonna have to be a different level already because we got fire in our belly every time we see them.
But now that we're in that atmosphere,
mm-hmm.
that's where the concerns about Monday night come about.
Oh yeah,
because you know, as the stakes are higher, who's gonna learn the lesson,
right?
Because that's when we'll find out,
right?
You know, we're not gonna find out in post game interviews and in the locker room. What did you learn from it? When the stakes are the highest again, and
high leverage situations,
and the situation comes about, and you know, so that's the test, you know, and of course, you know, you want your bodies available.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I just think that we sustain what we do consistently. I mean, it's solid bench production. You know, it's okay that it's not the same guy every night because the effort's there every night.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like it's not where, you know, other teams have the ebbs and flows where, you know, they have guys that it's maybe not going on the offensive end. They're not giving you the effort on the defensive end. We play hard. You know, whistle to whistle.
Yep.
You know, they kind of woke up late the other game, you know, but
yeah, I know, right? They had that dud against the Wizards.
Yeah, you know,
Carlton, Bove, Carrington, and the crew.
Where they just slept walking
they
that first half, you know.
The whole game for real, but they never led against that group. But
I think that we're there, man.
Yeah. So the Pistons definitely have a championship look. They defend, they generate easy baskets, they're physical, they harass the ball handlers, and they close games, most importantly. The one thing that they don't do great is shoot the three, but historically 3-point percentages go down in the playoffs, and our ability to get easy baskets will actually generate better looks from the three in the playoffs. I think we're about 27th in 3-point shooting right now. I believe Denver was 27th in 2023 when they won the championship. So historically, if you can score in the paint, the three ball, even in the modern era, is less important.
Mm-hmm.
But one more question for the People's Champ, man. What's your biggest concern about the Pistons moving forward? I think you touched on it, you know, about Monday, you know, keeping the emotions in check.
Yeah, just just having the awareness of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just that part of it. You know, how they handle that, the mental aspect of it. I think, you know, physically, you know, schematically, they'll be there. They are the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
I don't think it's really close.
I agree.
So, you know, it's, you know, believing it, executing it, but, you know, still keeping the hungry mentality.
Yep.
So that's how they handle it. You know, and that comes down to their leader.
Yeah, most definitely.
Cade, and then, you know, your veterans, your Tobiases, your Duncans. He's been to 2 finals, I think, with Miami.
Yes, I think he was. He at least one, but yeah,
was he there in the bubble?
He was there for both.
Yes, he was there for both.
You know,
okay,
so you know, Dunk's been to, you know, a couple of finals. You can kind of lean on those guys if you're Cade, but that's the main thing for me. I mean, again, those damn Celtics.
Yeah,
they play us tough.
Yeah,
and
they have championship pedigree.
How about that? And Joe Mazzulla, as eccentric as he is in the playoffs, he's shown to, you know, he'll take risks, but he's also shown that he can make the right adjustments as well. So you can't really count them out.
No, not at all. And you know, the teams that worry me, and I'll just talk about team type as opposed to a particular team, even though Cleveland is kind of rounding into this type of team.
Yeah, the James Harden thing concerns me for the simple fact that like you say, we're able to score in the paint.
Yeah, big teams with elite size.
Yeah, and that's kind of what James Harden does. Like Clint Capella should be still sending James Harden a holiday card every year.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so Evan Mobley and Jared Allen with James Harden, even the old James Harden, he'll help those guys.
Yeah, teams that clog the paint with big bodies and limit paint touches, they give me a lot of cause for concern. If I had it my way, we would play a lot of teams that want to shoot 40 to 53 a game, and that's why Boston, even though, I think them getting with Vucevic, that changes the dynamic some, but they like to shoot a lot of threes. And that's why they concern me a little less, even though he changes the dynamic some, because typically he plays well against the Pistons. But I just worry about those real big teams. Like Houston is another team that's big. Like they clog up the paint a lot. And we want to go in the paint.
And we struggled against Houston.
We did, yeah.
They beat us, but it wasn't.
We beat them the first time. They beat us the second time. But like teams that have a lot of big bodies to put in the paint and kind of keep us on the perimeter are teams that really, they give me cause for concern. We would play a lot of small teams that want to play small ball if I had it my way, like if I could wave a magic wand, because those are the teams we can walk those teams down. I'm not worried about those teams. They could beat us on a given night, don't get me wrong, but beating us 4 times out of 7, I'm not really worried about a team, because eventually we gonna make more 2s than y'all make 3s. We force it inside. So, but that's just my thought. So, I keep my eyes on those bigger teams, but with James Harden, man, we just waiting for the snow to melt.
Oh man, that's all. Listen, it's about that time.
The snow gonna melt, and that's gonna take care of James Harden.
Donovan Mitchell is gonna find out. He gonna be looking at this dude like, where is he?
They in the honeymoon phase right now.
He gonna be looking like, who is this nigga, dog? Who is it? Like, bro, it's your guy. It's the same,
man.
It's what he do.
He been eating wings and going to the strip club.
Yeah.
Oh man.